Surrender what was, because what was is not going to get you to the new normal. What was will keep you as far away from the new normal as possible, because it is in resistance. It is not current reality now. And the decisions that were made were not necessarily made in the space that you're in now, because you are constantly evolving. Isn't it interesting that we can see in our world how decisions that were made? We're looking at Roe versus Wade. We're looking at laws about voting. We're looking at all kinds of different things. And all of these, the whole patriarchal structure, it's all in review. We're looking at all of it, each of us individually and collectively. Does this serve? Does this continue to serve? But all of these old, antiquated ideas that are 20, 25, 50, 100 years old, 200 years old, that don't even apply to our world anymore. It's one of the things that I think the ex-president did that has been a great service, is rattled the cage of all of that nonsense. And we have to look at it now. We have to stand in front of it and say, what is our new normal going to be? And if we rely on what was, we will not create a new normal. We will attempt to recreate what was, which cannot be recreated and will not be recreated, but will be created as something that we don't want, because it will be, again, mired in illusion and delusion and connected to belief systems and ideas that are antiquated and don't serve any of us. That's why it's so important that we each come to this clarity in our own worlds, in our own lives at this time. I don't care if you get off on the whole idea of ascension. I don't care if you get off on the whole idea of new humans and all that kind of stuff. Everybody has a viewpoint, right? Everybody has their own perspective. You can look at it from whatever direction you want to. I'm not proposing any of those. I'm simply saying, at this time in our world, at this juncture in humanity, this is what I see on my day-to-day life. This is what I see all the time. Is this powerful, incredible change that's happening. And all of the people that are fighting and resisting or pretending or acting as if it's not here. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how anyone does that. But it doesn't serve anyone to do that, because you're not reaching for a new normal. You're trying to hold on to what was, and what will happen will not be pleasant. And I don't mean that in a derogatory or negative way or, oh my God, fear, fear, fear. No, I just mean it as a statement of energy and reality. The reality of energy is we are evolving. We must continue to evolve. It's not optional. If we try to stop evolution, we simply stop existing. Guess what happens? If you don't want to if you don't come to the party to play, guess what happens? You're going to leave the party. We all do at some point. But is that the way you want your new normal to be? And there's nothing wrong with that choice either. But is that where you want your new normal to be? Is that where you want to thrive? For me, I want to be here. I want to be here in this environment. I want to continue to become more conscious in this environment, so that when the time for me to transition is done here, that transition will be, to me, I would think a much simpler transition. It's just another new normal. I'll be ready to embrace that new normal, as opposed to what we've talked about for weeks and over the course of this show. That if we set the intention and we live from a belief system that death is bad, if we come from the place that you have to fight death with everything you have, you're missing the whole picture, because it is simply another new normal that you will get to experience at some point, and you will get to experience. You can fight it, or you can embrace it. Embracing it doesn't mean that you're seeking to die. It simply means you're embracing new normal.